Hello everybody, welcome to Key West. Welcome to our Tuesday Backstreet bike ride. And actually having quite a nice night tonight, so I have high hopes for the sunset later. It's not too cloudy, just a little bit overcast, but that should be fine. So it's been a beautiful day on the island. And we're starting this stream at the Key West Lighthouse, and then we're going to see if we can explore some little lanes before we head over to the Truman Waterfront for the sunset. So current temperature here on the island is 87 degrees. Feels like 97. Of course, we're talking Fahrenheit here for our international friends. And time for us to head through the little island streets. So welcome back, my friends, and welcome in case this is your first time with us. So we're doing these trike rides on Tuesdays. So actually this street that we started on is Truman Avenue. As you might know, if you're familiar with the island, Truman Avenue is one of the bigger, if not the biggest road when you arrive on the island, and it turns into that tiny little street, and then you have these little lanes just coming off of it. So this is Little Terry Lane, and it is running behind the Key West Lighthouse. So the Key West Lighthouse obviously used to be next to the water when it was built, but as the island grew, it's no longer by the water. And it's actually pretty close to the Hemingway house. So here we are on Little Terry Lane, just behind and off Whitehead. So we're running parallel to Whitehead Street, which is where the Hemingway house is, and where the main entrance to the lighthouse is as well. Look at those giant old trees. And we're turning onto Little Olivia Street here. So we're basically riding around the block of the Key West Lighthouse. Just want to make sure you guys have a front view in case you're not familiar with this place. And I know some of you have actually climbed up all the way. And congratulations here to the newlyweds. And if you want to see more of the lighthouse, we have actually been inside at the Key Lime Pie Festival, the Key Lime Festival here in Key West, where they have a very interesting activity here at the lighthouse. So people can participate in building contraptions that keep a key lime pie intact when you throw it all the way from the top of the lighthouse all the way to the bottom. So now this tree obviously is full of leaves right now, so you don't really see the lighthouse. Let me see. Nope, we probably had a much better view from the back. But this is the main view that you see when you come to visit the lighthouse. This is kind of the main entrance over here. There is a little parking in the back. That's where we started the stream. And yes, you can walk up there. I think they even have an activity where you can like rent the place at sunset. I wanted to get more information about that. And we are going to turn around here on Whitehead Street, because right here behind this brick wall is Ernest Hemingway's house, and of course that's another historic location that you can visit here in Key West. And especially if you're into cats, that's a really cool place. Because the descendants of Hemingway's cats are still there, the famous six-toed cats. They try to keep those cats in, because this is a very busy street. At least by island standards, and right now we are low season, so it's a little bit quieter. So let's see if we can see a little cat here at the back entrance. They sometimes like to lounge there. Yes, there are some kitty cats. I don't know if you can see them. Are they sleeping? Oh, there's one right here. Right. Let's get a little bit closer. Let's see if we can get off the trike here. Gotta bring all my cables. They're pretty cabled up here, guys. Yep. Here we go. So this is the side entrance to the Hemingway home. And here we have some of the kitties. Hey there. So it is lazy cat weather here, of course. Nice and warm. So those guys lay everywhere where you have like tiles and stones or concrete in the shade. So chilling here, the Hemingway cats. And some more over there. 1, 2, 3. So they do have live-in caretakers, just in case you were wondering who's taking care of the kitty cats when everything is closed. So you can visit the Hemingway house, of course, during the day. Okay, trying to get out of here with one hand and a trike and a lot of cables. Looks like Larry and Christine were looking for a parking spot. Local musicians, I think they're playing close to here tonight. And I don't know if you're familiar with this, but we do have residential parkings. So you will see when you try to park your car and you see this white patch here, like that says a resident permit. That is for us who live here because, I mean, it's an island. We don't have a whole lot of parking spaces. So we do have like a special sticker. And these so you need a residential permit in order to park on a residential parking spot. And of course, there are quite some of those places without. So just make sure you watch closely where you park. And here comes a little lane. So this little lane here, right across from the Hemingway house. Or I should say the cat entrance of the Hemingway house. It's actually also the entrance where they, they cater a lot of events there. Hey there. Nice chicken hangout. So we're turning onto Petronia Street here. So you notice a lot of these streets are one-way streets. Okay, there. There we go. Ooh, those are little ones. So over here we're back on Whitehead Street. But only going to take like half a block. So I think there's another small little lane here. So guys, on Tuesdays it's our little back streets, like the lesser known back streets off Key West. That's what we do on Tuesdays. And if you want to join us for the famous Mallory Square Sunset Celebration, we normally do that on Friday as our TGIF stream. However, this Friday we're going to be at the Garrison Bite and the VFW where Gabe's playing, so we're going to do our Mallory Square Sunset Walk on Thursday. So we're actually going to be streaming every night this week. And yes, we normally do stream later in the day, except for Saturdays actually, where we start much earlier, 2:30 in the afternoon. So anyways, in case this is your first time with us or you're not sure about the schedule, just make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification button so that you'll be notified whenever we go live. And so some of the back streets lead to parking lots like here. And a lot of them are chicken hangouts. Its lane. And now we're actually just half a block off our main road, Duval Street. I say main road, well I would say the most known one, of course. It's not the best one to drive. So little run of its lane here turns by 90 degrees. So of course we will be headed over to the Truman Waterfront for the sunset, but not just yet. So we're going to be exploring some of the back streets here. Of course we do stay close to the Truman Waterfront Park. I think this current sunset time is 7:50. Might actually have moved even earlier than that. So I told you last time that August, September, well actually July, August, September is our low season, and so the city of Key West all kind of likes to use that time to you know, do some of the construction work that needs to be done. So last summer we had Simonton Street, and then when the island closed down, like totally closed down during the beginning of the pandemic, we had the city start working on Duval Street right away. So they kind of put Simonton Street on hold and started repaving all of Duval Street. So in this year it is Whitehead Street's turn. So you can see there is some construction going on here, kind of dusty. And welcome to the end of Highway 1. Mile marker 0. So we made it all the way to the end of the road. I just wanted to show you the construction site. So they are fixing some potholes. I'm not saying they did, I'm pretty sure that's not the final version, because it's almost worse than before. I'm pretty sure they're laying some cables here. You can see them over there. So those works are supposed to go until the end of September. So avoid Whitehead if you're coming down by car. Just like last year I told you to avoid Simonton Street. And actually, of course, Simonton Street took a long, long time, given that they put it on hold to do Duval Street. So we are now on Eaton Street. This is our little cinema here, the Tropic. The Tropic is currently closed due to a rise in the local COVID cases. I don't know if you guys are aware that we have put on hold some of the Fantasy Fest events this year. This includes the parade and the zombie bike ride. The Masquerade March, which is our locals parade, is still a question mark. It hasn't been cancelled yet. And a lot of the smaller events during Fantasy Fest are still on. So that is the latest status in case you guys weren't aware. So as you know, we do only have one hospital here, and so we switched to level orange as of last week, which means that we are short on ICU beds. I mean, we have single digits to begin with, single-digit beds, and they also actively recruiting nurses because we're also short. So we're short on beds and on nurses, basically, and on medical staff. So all this kind of led the city to put certain events on hold. That's what it's like when you live on an island. So guys, we turned onto Duval Street here, and this is the quieter part of Duval Street. We have the Margaritaville Restaurant to our right coming up here. Margaritaville Cafe. often come from this side of the Wall Street. So we have Willie T's to our left here. And right across from Willie T's, we have another little lane here. Little Apple Ruth Lane. Mary Ellen's to our left. So Mary Ellen's is a nice late night spot for grilled cheese sandwiches. I think they open until 2 a.m. I think even 4 a.m. during very high season. So this is a great spot if you need a little late night snack. We do have a couple of spots that close very late on the island. But there is a little window. There is a little window between the late night snacks for when you get out of a, you had a long night out, and the first ones that get up early in the morning, mostly the fishermen, to go out and fish. There is a small window where you don't get food unless you go to one of the 24-hour chains. I think the earliest that I know that opens would be the Cuban Coffee Queen by the harbor to provide coffee to the fishermen. So that would be like if you have a really, really long night or really early morning, I think that would probably be your number one spot to get some nice, strong Cuban coffee. Green Parrot Bar to our left here, nice locals bar. They have special nights as well. I think on Mondays we have bingo nights, and then the first Wednesday of the month is like a ukulele night. And lots of great live music here. So this is also the time of the year where a lot of the places close down. And, since the island is always busy during low season, a couple of places do close down. A lot of them currently do local specials, which is really cool for us as well. And so some of the places actually close down for almost a whole month. I know that Blue Heaven mainly closes down in September. Our friends at the Old Town Mexican Cafe are closed down for 2.5 weeks starting end of this week. So yes, very roughly, it is mainly September when a lot of places close. So if you're coming down to Key West and you have a favorite place, you might want to check with them when they're getting off the island. So a lot of locals leave during low season, and on top of it, it is hurricane season and it is just very hot on the island, so that's a perfect time to leave. So this place used to be called the Blue Macau. It's now called Ramshead Southernmost. A lot of outdoor space to sit, so this is really cool. A lot of the places here on Petronia Street are mainly outdoor restaurants, like Ramshead. And over here, of course, Blue Heaven being probably one of the most famous ones. So if you don't like to sit inside, these are great places. over here you see that Blue Heaven is currently closed. They have a sister restaurant, Salute, at Hicks Beach. I'm pretty sure these guys are, Salute is open while Blue Heaven is closed and vice versa. So we are approaching lower season or quieter season this year. This year it's not as low as it normally is, but you can still see a difference. Things have been pretty quiet on Duval Street. First time I don't see anybody waiting in front of Santiago's Bodega or a little tapas restaurant. Lots of tapas and good wine here on Petronia Street. Here we have a little pepper pot, open only for lunch. So we're in this part of Key West that's called Bahama Village. Probably the area with the smallest streets. Hey, thank you so much, Jean-Yves, for supporting our channel. Merci beaucoup, Jean-Yves. I love this artistic corner here. Love the colors, of course. So this is right next to the old diesel plant, and this is where we have our Bahama Village little pantry, which is basically a self-service pantry that was actually emerged during the beginning of the pandemic. So those who no longer had a job and to avoid them having to go hungry, you can bring your non-perishable cans and everything here to the little pantry. So that was the beginning. Then it turned into a library as well. So we have a food pantry, a library, and I think there's a third one for clothing now. And there is this cute little wish box as well. So there were some special requests on like toiletries and everything. And you can check them out. They do have a Facebook page. They're really cool. There is a second one that is much smaller close by, but this one was kind of like the first one doing this. And I thought it was a really neat project. So, and from here we will be heading over to the Truman Waterfront. So we don't have clear blue skies, it's a little bit overcast, but we might still be in for a little treat tonight for the sunset. I feel like we haven't had a great sunset in a long time. I think the last really wow sunset that we had was when we were at Fort Zach. I think that was almost 2 weeks ago. And then of course we had Storm Ida passing by Key West, far offshore. So we were very lucky. But we still had a lot of rain and wind. Thank you so much, Charles, for the super chat. Thank you so much. So we're going to do a little, I'll take a little different route to get to the Truman Waterfront. I know it's technically speaking a one-way, but you know, we could get up on the sidewalk if we wanted to. It's not really necessary, it's just a half a block here. So you actually have 3 entrances more or less to the Truman Waterfront Park. One of them is via the Truman Annex, which is the one that we normally do. It's the one that is the most accessible by bike or by car. This one is actually more of an exit here on Angela Street by the old diesel plant, and then there is the one that goes through the football fields, the soccer fields. And here we go on the side. Hang on, guys. Very easily get back on the sidewalk. Oh, we're good. Here we go. So yeah, the Duval Loop kind of passes, I don't know, once every half an hour or something. We chose the 10 seconds it's going through that little block. Here we go. Welcome to the Truman Waterfront Park. Kind of like a pedestrian roundabout. So this big open air space here is used for festivals, and we have a weekly farmers market here. So if you like to watch the sunset, this is a nice quiet area here on the island where you can come and watch the sunset. see if I can get you guys, if I can zoom into that sun behind the clouds. It's not very colorful, at least not yet. I don't think you guys can really see the sun. It is now hidden behind the clouds. Let's see if we can get some colors later on. So over here we have our museum ship, the Ingham. Actually, there is, I don't know if you remember last Tuesday I told you about that they had water coming into the body of the ship, and that the Key West Fire Department brought in their boats and trucks and everything and tried to pump it, get the water out of there, and now they are closed for maintenance and dry docking preparations, and they will be open in December 1st. So currently the U.S. Coast Guard ship cutter, yes, USCGC, is closed until December 1st, so they're trying to fix that, and it sounds like they are going to dry dock it. I think the water leak was beyond the water level, so they temporarily were able to fix it to keep her out here, but it looks like they are preparing to bring her in for some more repairs. So if you're coming to Key West and you want to visit it, you either would have to come after December 1st, or you can, come here and just enjoy it from the outside. So I guess that means that the museum is closed and no more happy hours. So they were opening the after deck of the ship for 1 hour before sunset, so you could come there, enjoy a drink, and watch the sunset over the water. So I figure that's no longer happening for now. I don't get to read the comments a lot when I do the bike rides, of course. But I am kind of looking at them now, so that's great news, Andrea. Thank you for letting us know that Mary from our conch clan here is doing okay. Marked herself safe from Hurricane Ida up in New Orleans. That's good to hear. Very happy to hear that. I see your comment, Sandy. You guys are behaving even if I can't read the chat. Good to hear, guys. I'm sure you are behaving. So we have a beautiful breeze here tonight. It's actually pretty nice. So the feels like temperature is now 95. Official temperature is 86. Catching anything good tonight? Grouper? Cool. Looks like we got some groupers here tonight. So the sunset cruises are coming back in here. The party cruises, as you can hear them. So the sun has officially set in Key West, so now we're waiting for a little bit of an afterglow. Too bad, it's been quite overcast. On the horizon we saw the sun until it disappeared behind that little wall of clouds. we're going to wait a couple more minutes for the afterglow. There is one peachy colored cloud up there. Let's see if any of the other ones turn. And of course, we will be back tomorrow, 6:30, from Captain Tony's Saloon. If you want to listen to some live music, tune in and make your own song requests. Tomorrow, 6:30, and then on Thursday, we are going to do our Mallory Square Sunset Celebration and Old Town Walk instead of Friday. So this week, we are going to do this on Thursday at 7 p.m. and head over to Mallory Square for the Sunset Celebration. Because on Friday, we're going to be over by the Garrison Bite. So on Friday, we're going to be over by the Garrison Bite, and Gabe is playing at the VFW. And then on Saturday, we'll be back at Captain Tony's Saloon and live from the porch on Sunday. So a lot of more streams to come. So one stream every day this week. Thank you so much, Deb and Rescue Red, for the super chats, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Joe. So you probably can't read what is written on that ship, but it's one of the hurricane tracker ships. It's definitely a weather. Let me see if I can zoom in any more than this. I'm sure you can see it. So the NOAA, what is it? National Oceanic and Atmospheric something, administration department something. I just know that they are related to the National Weather Services because I use their trackers when I set up the streams. You know, when we have that webcam running, the 24/7 webcam during the storms. I like to put up a little tracker so that you guys can see where the clouds are, where the rainfall is, and where the winds are, where the storm currently is. And so a lot of the trackers, I use their websites. They have some really cool resources. So that's one of their ships here. So it's a very nice and quiet, peaceful evening here at the Truman Waterfront. Wish I could share that little breeze with you. We have a lot of guys fishing here tonight. One of these guys caught grouper as well.
I don't know that I'll ever make it to Nigeria. No, I think
That was a cute little bite. So again, beautiful, quiet night here in Key West. Hope you enjoyed our little Backstreet bike ride and the not so sunny sunset here at the Truman Waterfront. Again, we will be back tomorrow at 6:30 from Captain Tony's Saloon. So today was the quiet laid-back stream. Tomorrow it's gonna be a music stream, and then on Thursday we have our Mallory Square Sunset Celebration starting at 7 p.m. if you want to join us, and then we will be at the Garrison Bite and at the VFW for more music and a sunset walk. So that's kind of our hybrid stream, half sunset, half music on a Friday, and back at Captain Tony's on Saturday. So one live stream every day here from Key West. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed today. Stay safe, my friends, and I see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.